Hello Flickering Myth family and welcome to our channel. My name is EJ Marino and in this video we're diving into a brand new movie review. What movie are we talking about? Well, there's a new Predator film out and we are diving into Prey. Prey? Okay. See, I'm a little frustrated by you. I was defending you on the internet before you came out like, y'all are upset about a female lead? What is this mumbo jumbo? This movie's gonna be awesome. And I'm just like, cool, awesome. So I sat down to watch my screener and I liked the movie, but it let me down a bit more than I expected. I don't know if it was the early critical hype that I saw or just my own anticipation for this type of story set in this environment with this type of baddie. I liked the idea of it. I don't hate the movie. It just was a bit underwhelming. I felt the first 40 minutes of it dragged, and then by the time we got to the action heavy stuff, the VFX let me down a bit. So I'm just like, alright, I like Amber Midthunder. I thought she did so really good. I thought the actor who played the Predator, I thought some of the Predator stuff was good. But overall, the film just feels a bit undercooked. It just needed a bit more time to really fester these ideas. Maybe it is the environment of sending this in the Comanche, the tribe in this 1700s era. Maybe that is where it struggled with it. I thought kind of stripping back the modern elements would have made it a bit more exciting. Going back to the original film in that jungle vibe, which we all really liked. I like it, but honestly, watching this, I still think the Robert Rodriguez Predators movie is the best sequel that we've got so far. Has the jungle element. It is non-stop action. This movie sets up a lot. It spends so much time getting to know our lead character, getting to know the tribe, the inner workings of this, a lot of hunting of deers and stuff. And I'm like, we're watching two people hunt, and then by the time the two people who are hunting meet up with each other, I'm just not interested in that fight as much as I wanted. I will also say, quick note in my little intro, overall feelings, there is a dog in this movie. Nothing really bad happens to the dog, but things happen to other animals. So giving you a heads up, this movie can get a bit brutal, and it's really entertaining in those aspects. I don't like the animal violence, but the stuff that happens is a bit more fulfilling than I thought in the action department. Nothing wrong with the technical aspects. It just has a bit of a problem in the writing department, and we'll dive into that in the next section. This film is a good example of a solid director mixing with someone who has a script that maybe isn't perfect for them. Dan Trachtenberg kills the directing of this. It is so technically well made. The camera work is so solid. The overall vibe, the tone, I liked a lot that was set up here. It has a good vibe to it. It has a really good aesthetic. I definitely like the cinematography. I like the directing. I think the talent did well with the material given, but the material is weak. At times, this felt a bit TV. It felt like this was a good 1-hour pilot for an awesome TV series, but I didn't really get the full vibe. Then I looked up Patrick Aison, or the writer of this film, and I was just like, oh, TV credits, mostly just TV guy, which I'm not discrediting TV, but doing TV and doing film are different types of writing. I've tried to write both type of scripts. I find TV writing to be one of the most challenging things ever. So I give him credit for being solid in his field. I just feel his film writing wasn't where I wanted. Like I said, we spent that 40 minutes setting up characters. By the time we got to the last 30 or so, I'm just like, oh, awesome, cool. Oh, it's ending. Oh, that's it? That's the overall feeling we wanted to give. That was the thesis statement of your script. Okay, yeah, I was a little bit conflicted of some of the vibes. I thought it took too long for our character, Naru, I believe her name is. Naru? I don't know exactly with these very indigenous names. I struggle with that. So yes, I thought her character, Amber Midthunder, was very good, and then it just they kept kind of nagging her of no, she's not that good. And, she's a little too headstrong. And then by the time at the end, I'm like, why am I thinking she's going to be a badass? She was a badass, but the movie didn't really sell me on her greatness. The acting was good. The directing of her was good. Just the writing was a bit weak. Like I said, you could definitely feel the director and the writer fighting with each other. Dan Trachtenberg killed 10 Cloverfield Lane a good good Cloverfield film, which is rare because there's that third one that is really bad, and I love the first one. So yeah, that second one is good. The directing is good. The directing is solid. I just feel I wish his style of writing from that film was brought to this one. It would have just made this a bit better. One of the other things that I have an issue with in this movie, and it seems to be a Disney problem at the moment, you've read those articles, you've seen those people talking about the Marvel VFX department, but boy, does this movie look a bit too cheap at times. Good. Look, I love a good, cheap horror film with some good practical effects. That's something I think we all loved about the original film. That's something that we all loved about that Robert Rodriguez Predator. Something that we all made fun of in that one Shane Black one. So I'm just like, come on, we need a bit more, but it just feels like a video game. And I'm not saying video games look bad. Look, I'm playing like the Ghost of Tsushima or whatever. That video game looks so dope, but in my cinematic experience, even watching something at home, I expected a little bit more. I just was kind of taken out of a lot of moments. That's not even talking about the VFX blood, which isn't just a Prey issue. I hate special effects blood. Throw a squib on somebody. Come on, they did them in the 80s all the time. Like, throw squibs on people, make them explode. Give me better blood effects. I understand the green blood in this movie needs to be green because it's the Predator blood. I get it. That's fine. I don't mind that kind of fake blood. But when I'm watching people get stabbed and ripped apart and all that, I'm just like, I want something I can sink my teeth into, something more tangible, and that's what this movie struggled with. I love that the Predator in this is a bit more practical feeling. It feels real. I like the design. I like the aesthetic of what they're trying to do with some of the kills, some of the Predator moments. I get that. It looks good in theory. Just that final execution, it just needed a bit more polish. Dan Trachtenberg didn't have to struggle with that with 10 Cloverfield Lane, which is one of his only other directing issues, you know, or features, because that's kind of, the VFX are just at the end and it's all dark. Maybe that's the issue here. Maybe this should have been a bit more in the dark to hide some of those shoddy effects. But when you're giving me bright bear kill and I'm just like, the bear kill is a good moment, I'm intense, but I'm taken out because it looks like a cartoon. Like, what is going on? It's just a small thing that really did take me out of the overall experience. Look, Prey is a decent film. I would definitely suggest to watch this for a quick little stream if you're a big fan of the Predator franchise. This definitely keeps it alive. I think this is way better than the last entry we got. Still not as solid as Predators. I will hype that movie up every day. And also, I like Predator 2. Like, this is a franchise I don't mind. Not my personal cup of tea, but I see where it could go. I see that this is a solid, like, 6 out of 10 movie, but I know that another one, maybe with Dan Trachtenberg working with another writer in like kind of bringing Predator to different time periods, different things. Like, oh my god, you know, the Renaissance era Predator, that would be dope. 1960s Predator, cool. Give me like Caveman versus Predator. I don't give a damn, but I just want to see a better script with this solid kind of direction. It is almost there, almost a great film, but it just happens to be an okay movie. Alright, that is it for my review. What do you guys think of this review? Let me know down in the comments below. Subscribe to Flickering Myth because we make videos like this every single week. And give me a thumbs up if you did enjoy. Alright everyone, let's talk about Prey and the Predator franchise down below.